Hello there and welcome. In this video I want to give you a quick review about the new Eldritch Realms DLC for Age of Wonders 4 and answer the question, is it worth its money or not? So I'm going to go over the contents of the DLC, the good and bad sides about it, and give you my personal summary about it. So, first of all, what's in the box? Obviously we gain Eldritch Rulers. Beauties like these are yours to behold. Can of course make them look differently. This was just a random roll, and there's a lot of new gameplay with them. They have their own distinct set of skills. They have their own evolution of signature skills. They have their own casting gameplay. They utilize thralls and a lot of other cool things. So that's one thing. The other thing is, of course, we not only have these guys as a playable faction, this whole Eldritch Umbral stuff is now available as an enemy faction too when you have this DLC. On top of that, we also gain 3 new tomes. That would be the Tome of the Tentacle in the dark area, which allows you to do lots of tentacly things. Well, it's all about immobilizing and giving you a couple of new tricks while immobilizing the enemy. Pretty cool stuff. Utility oriented. And the other one is the Tome of Corruption, which is basically more of the same. It's the souped up version of the Tentacle Tome, allowing you more debuff gameplay, more corruption gameplay. I don't want to go too deep into gameplay details here. And the third one that we gain is the Tome of the Cleansing Flame, which allows you to burn all that corruption, which is focused around religious fire. You gain access to fire that does heal your troops if they are religious and hurts the enemy if they are heathen. You know what I mean. We also gain a cool new tier 4 spear and yeah, stuff like that. We also gain 2 new racial forms, and we also gain a new mount, the Stink Beetle. We gain also a new Cosmic Crisis event that can happen, which allows you to interact with it and give your ruler cool new traits. And last but not least, there is also a new society trait in it, which allows you to go all in on the cultist train, which gives you a racial transformation, new buildings, and umbra that you spread over the world. Pretty cool stuff. So, I'm missing out a few cosmetic things and a few smaller things, but I think I catch the majority of the gameplay parts now. So what's good about it? The Eldritch Ruler gameplay is fun. These guys are chock full of strategic options that you can use. They're about mind control, stunning, demoralizing, making people go insane. They gain really interesting evolutions that allow you to go for either more insanity-focused gameplay, chaos-focused gameplay, summoning-focused gameplay, and then we gain the Forgotten Tomes, which gives you a cycling library of different spells, where you get to decide which one of the 5 schools it should be of, like Materium, Nature, Shadow, you name it. This is fun, as these guys are really cool in combat. They're overwhelming presences in their own way, but not in a physical way, or in a magey way. You debuff like crazy, you have super high range spells. It feels really cool to play these, and alone the experience of making these guys happen is really worth the fun. You also gain the Thrall gameplay, Thrall spellcasting gameplay, which basically allows you to spend hero skills or hero skill points to unlock new rituals. You spend Thralls to, for example, speed up your draft for a couple of turns. Gain 200 knowledge just out of the box. Thralls are generated by sacrificing population. You directly transform population of one of your or vassal cities into thralls, and what can I say? This is just awesome. You're playing a trans-dimensional evil being. You're sucking out your power out of the population, enabling you to do absolutely different builds more, because all of a sudden population growth is resource. I love it. It is really fun. And the new tomes are interesting, as the new options in it are not just straight out burn and OP and woohoo. No, they're just very fitting into the whole theme. The tier 3 darkness tome allows you to basically summon mini eldritch rulers. They they also have a lot of debuffing abilities and such things. And yeah, the whole package is just very, very cool, and there's a ton of options in it. What's bad about it? First of all, it's a pretty high price. I can't lie, but you get a lot of high quality content with it. The character models are high quality, the gameplay is really, really strong, and yeah, I mean, basically it ain't costly, it's pretty cheap. But in comparison to the total amount of content, it might seem costly. And the other thing that really let me down a little bit is this Holy Fire Tome. I don't know, except for the unit in it, it is not really that much of a wow effect. I don't know, maybe I haven't found the proper angle for it, but except for the Pyre Templar, many of these things are not so darn interesting. But apart from that, to give it into a summary, this is a darn solid add-on, as the Eldritch Rulers have a lot of gameplay that enables you to do entirely different builds focused around all that stuff they can do, because the Thrall gameplay allows you to go for, well, like I said, you can all of a sudden utilize population generating builds entirely different, and I haven't fully wrapped my head around it, but I see a lot of benefit for your builds, for every build, as everything in it is very synergistic with every existing part of the game, which justifies the price at my personal end. But I also see the real evil of the flood of DLCs, because if you want to get into the game, eventually you're sitting in front of a bill of $200, which sucks. But apart from the pricing, I really can't see any big point of criticism. And even with the pricing, I must say the artworks are so gorgeous. The sound artwork is massive. You have so many little things that give you the feeling like, yeah, I mean, those guys working at this must also be paid. What can I say? It's a lovely one. I can fully recommend it if you are into Age of Wonders 4. And I personally see it as a very strong DLC, but I personally rank it directly behind Primal Fury. Primal Fury was so far the most rich DLC in my personal opinion, but it's a close second, a very, very close second. Alright, thanks for watching, you all. I'll be publishing a lot of different tutorials for this DLC and other things in the future, so stay tuned, leave your comments, leave me your personal opinion of it. I really like to know what you guys think. Leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing, check out the description box, feel free to support Icon Gaming. I'm very, very happy if you'd be checking out Patreon, PayPal, buy me a coffee, or the YouTube channel membership shenanigans. I am really, really happy for all of you who do, and a big, big thanks to everybody watching these videos. It really means a lot to me. So, see you all around. Bye-bye.